What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. TammyTalks here. Okay, so I did the other video where I focus in on how Jarrette is calling out Iyanna, saying that, technically she cheated first. There are some people saying I'm not being fair because I did not talk about Jarrette and how he is saying that he did not cheat on Iyanna. All right, so got the video. We're going to watch what he said on his TikTok or on his Instagram live. If you are back and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, while this is playing, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Let's talk about what he said after the video, y'all. Let's get right into it.
That tunnel. He ended up inviting me and my friends back to his place, which we later on found out he did not live at alone. We did kiss and there was some touching in private places, but there was no sex. I honestly have gone back and forth about whether or not to mention this at all, but I just feel like it isn't fair, but I just have to clear my conscience and reach out and tell you what your husband is doing. So, that night, I was out. The show had already came out, you know what I'm saying? We was out partying, me and my friends, celebrating the show, celebrating me and everything, like just having a good ass time. Telling when we decided to go back and finish partying and drinking at my house. At the time, me and my ex-wife, she was at her place because she didn't want to watch the show together. So that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. But these women, they came back, and me being the nice person that I am, you know what I'm saying, I offered them, I had like, yeah, shit, we all gonna drink, let's have a good time. I wasn't gonna drink no more because I was done. I was tired, I was ready to go to sleep, I was done. Now, I've owned up to the fact that I shouldn't have never invited them to my crib in the first place. One, I've apologized time and time again to Iyanna about that. So that alone, you know what I'm saying, shit was poor decision making on my end. And I understand that, I take accountability for that. Should have never happened. Secondly, everything that was said that happened did not happen. This girl said that we kissed and there was touching in private places but no sex. None of that happened. Like, I didn't touch this woman. I didn't, none of that. They got here, we sat down. I was like, here's the bottle, here's the liquor, all that, you know what I'm saying? And y'all go at it, y'all have at it. And I went and laid down in my bed. Maybe like 5-10 minutes later, I hear, oh, hell no, girl, we gotta go. This man got a whole girlfriend in here. Why he invite us here, blah, blah, blah. And left. And that was that. That was that. What am I lying about? I have the whole ass email here. Like, come on now. But it wasn't just them. It was my homeboys too. Like, they was just the only, I actually had to drive. I ended up driving her car because she was too drunk to drive, her and her friends. So I was like, fuck it, shit, we all going back to the same place with shit, I'll drive. But was that poor decision making on my end? Absolutely. I apologize for that. And I was a man about that. And I was like, you know what? Like, I understand how this look optics wise. Like, this shouldn't have never happened. I should have never invited them here. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand that. But everything else that transpired after that, that shit did not happen. Like, I take accountability for what I did, but like everything else that happened, everything after that did not happen. And for this to come out now, especially for somebody that I really truly cared about, you know what I'm saying? It hurt. Because I've always been a person, like, I've never been, although my life is on public display, I've always kept things private. Like, social media will only get one side of me, and that's the side that I allow y'all to see. Like, I won't put my business out there, whatever I got going on, like, you rarely see it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just a private person, you know, and I just feel like certain things doesn't need to be in the public eye. And then there's this follow-up email that, of course, old girl was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you want to know more details, like, hit me up and I'll let you know. The more detailed email was vague as hell and didn't have anything because nothing happened. Nothing happened. But I felt like from that point on, like there was doubt casted through the entire relationship or the remainder of the relationship, and it was just something that I could never come back from. Even though like I pled with her and told her like, yo, like I apologize a million times, none of this happened. Like I don't know what more you want me to do. Like I can only tell you like this is some random person. This did not happen. But the one thing I do want to talk about, and it pains me to say this, but it's like me trying to protect somebody and trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep things private is it's tough. But I too went through a similar situation that she hasn't talked about.
Okay, so let's talk about what Jarrette is saying in this text message. So the email that he's reading, email, text, whatever, is what Iyanna said that she found or that was sent to her when she was sitting between his legs and he was taking her braids out, okay? So Jarrette is saying, he reads the text message. The girl is saying that they just did touching, groping, kissing, whatever the case. I'm going to say this. I'm going to call bull on that girl, right? Now, do I believe that Jarrette cheated on Iyanna? I do. I honestly and truly do believe that, okay? I just do, all right? Because if you are going to bring another girl back to the house after both of y'all have been drinking, something happened. Something happened. So Jarrette is saying that he was out. It was like premiere night when the show first aired. Iyanna didn't want to watch it with him. I wonder why that is. That is a little odd to me that she didn't want to watch it with him. But hey, she didn't want to watch it with him. So Jarrette goes out with some of his friends. He is kicking it with some girls. They go back to his house, the apartment that he stayed in with Iyanna. Remember, they had a joint apartment. She still had her apartment on the side. They get back to his apartment. He takes the bottle and says, boom, y'all have at it. He goes and lays in the bed. In his haze, you know, as he's relaxing, drifting to sleep, these girls see a picture. They see a picture that is of presumably of him and Iyanna, and they're like, "Oh no, girl, he got a girl. We gotta leave." He said they left. Then he clears it up and it's like, "Oh yeah, but me, you know, my friends were there too." You know what? Actually, matter of fact, I drove them. I drove them. So Jarrette is saying that these two women were so drunk that he drove them to his house. He drove this woman's car to his house. Now, this is where this is crazy to me, because in the other video, Jarrette talks about how he saw he saw Iyanna holding a man's hand in her drunken stupor. And he's calling that cheating, but you saying that you got in the car and drove another woman's car to drive her to your apartment to hang out. That, like, come on. I personally, and I'm saying this as me, myself, my opinion, my thought, my theory. I think that something more did happen with that girl and with Jarrette. I do. I think that girl wanted to tell Iyanna just enough to clear her own conscience. That's what I think happened. Because she's not going to call Iyanna. She's not going to text Iyanna. She's not going to DM her and say, yeah, me and your man, we slept together in your bed in your apartment. But you know what, girl? My bad. She's not going to do that. So let's give enough rope for him to hang himself with. But for Jarrette to be like, oh, well, you know, I apologized to her for this and, you know, it just cast doubt all over our entire marriage. Of course it did. Of course you can't come back from this. You're not going to be able to come back from a situation where you were out drinking, partying. Not only you bring a girl home, you drive a girl home. And we're supposed to believe that absolutely nothing happened. Nothing happened, Jarrette. You won't take accountability for anything at this point. I'm saying that I think they slept together. I just do. I think they slept together. And I think the girl, after seeing TV and being like, oh, ish, that's the guy that I was with, I think she texted Iyanna. Because now that these are people on TV, Love is Blind is a huge show. I think she texted her on some, I don't want this to come out, and now I'm all over the blogs and whatever the case. But there's no part of me believes that you were drunk, y'all were partying, y'all were celebrating being on TV. Then you take these girls home. You drove this girl to your house because in your eyes, she was too drunk to drive herself. So then who drove her home? If she was too drunk to drive to your apartment, Jarrette, so you was like, you too drunk to drive here, but damn it, girl, you can go on and get home the best you can. Does that make sense to anybody? It don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below. Do y'all think that nothing at all happened? Do you think that something did happen? Like, let's talk about it down below. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video. Check out the other video that I have that shows more of his live where he is then accusing Iyanna of cheating on him first to basically exonerate himself, to validate himself. Let's talk about it down below, y'all.